Warning, incoming transmission.
Solitary confinement is toxic to mental function. There's a particular illness that results from being in solitary confinement. It's a delirium. It's a neuropsychiatric, almost a medical, a neurologic disease. What we see in humans, we see it in animals, I mean, we see it in mammals.
Now, suppose that in addition to an environment that is merely strange, we produce one that's really frightening.
Dr. Harry Harlow in the 1950s did some experimentation with monkeys, studying the effect of social isolation. And one of his experiments involved taking monkeys who had been raised with other monkeys, so they were socialized and okay, and then putting them in what was amounted to a solitary confinement chamber.
Distressed. He may die for want of love.
You'd see them rocking and shaking and sort of ritualistic, compulsive behavior. And after some period of time, they brought them out and put them into a cage with other animals. These monkeys were massively impaired. They were frightened, hiding. And then they would have sudden aggression, attacking each other. Very different behavior, very abnormal behavior. There was no recovery. These animals didn't recover from this. One of the important clinical findings with solitary confinement is that people deprived of an adequate level of stimulation become actually intolerant of stimulation. They overreact, they become hyper-responsive to it, and they can't stand it. That's why you see guys getting out of solitary and they just hide in their room. They just can't stand stimulation. There has been a recent study that actually showed that this is a reality in the brain. It was a study from the Balkan conflict in which it looked at prisoners released from confinement and looked at their brainwaves. Some of these guys had hyper-responsive reactions, they spike reactions to the visual stimulus, and they looked at who those fellows were. Semi-starvation? No. Length of time in prison? No. Beatings? No. There was only two things that predicted it. Head trauma to the point of unconsciousness, and a period of time in solitary confinement.